Welcome everybody to the Gressel special. This is exciting for me to start my own show and be able to speak to some special guests, some teammates, and some other people around the league. I'm excited to have these casual conversations about life and soccer, and we're getting things started here with Steve Birnbaum, a DC United legend almost already. So I'm excited to have him on, and we had a really good conversation. And yeah, here it is. All right, so let's welcome Steve here to the show. Thank you very much for being the first guest at the Gressel special. I'm excited to start talking to you a bit more. And I guess let's start with some quarantine updates. How's things going? How's the home? How's the family?
Yeah, life is different right now. It's good. I'm enjoying time with the family. On dad duty, my wife is full-time working in the house, so I'm just trying to take care of the baby and make sure everything's going smooth. No, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be the first guest. I'm honored.
No problem. Yeah, so you got any fun projects? Or I know that you have a big magnolia tree in the back. You had a lot of leaves falling out that thing a couple of weeks ago. So you got rid of all those, or did you hire somebody?
No, we kind of just let them fall and they kind of just like dissipate into the ground. The grass is so long right now. I haven't cut it or anything like that because of the rain and all that. But no, it's nice having a big backyard, especially with the dog and when the weather's nice, I'll grill and all that stuff. That's about all I can do cooking wise. So I feel lucky to be able to get out there and do that.
Nice, that's good. Yeah, I think we're all in the kind of the same boat here. And I guess your baby's not big enough yet to really go out and play a lot, right?
No, it's mostly just going on a bunch of walks and trying to keep her busy until the next nap time or when she needs to eat. So yeah, it's a lot of just playing on the ground. We have a mat that we take in the backyard and kind of just let her roll around on that when the weather's nice. And yeah, we just move from spot to spot and from game to game, trying to entertain
Cool.
as much as we can.
Yeah, that's awesome. So let's talk a bit about, kind of where you grew up and how you got where you are now. I know you're a California guy. You've told me that a bunch of times. Went to UC Berkeley. So take me a bit through your time in California.
Yeah, from Irvine in Orange County, so Southern California. Grew up there, played all different types of sports growing up, mostly baseball and soccer. And then, when you're in California, you have to pick a sport. And when I got to freshman year in high school, I chose soccer and just kind of stuck with it and ended up getting recruited up to Berkeley, which is in Northern California and close to San Francisco. So yeah, that was the biggest and probably best decision. Going there, it was the best fit for me. I was believe it or not, a defensive midfielder. Yeah, before going to college and even my freshman year of college, I was a number 6. Julian, I don't think you can even realize that now, but my coach saw that I was going to be a center back, and so he paired me with a former MLS pro, AJ Soares, and I kind of learned from him and took off from there. So yeah, I was very fortunate to be in a good system there up at Cal.
Yeah, that's great. And obviously then it kind of ended by going to the draft, and you got drafted by DC United. I think we actually got some footage here of your first your initial reaction.
Oh no.
Let's see.
How excited are you?
I'm excited. We got him, man.
You giving Ben a hug and everything. Look at that.
He's a great kid. He's going to do great.
Oh
How excited are you? Now there's no intro to this video.
Yeah, I can't wait. DC's a great organization. Ben's a great coach, and I'm just so excited to be here. I can't wait. I can't wait to get into DC and just hopefully contribute right from the beginning.
Wow,
that's awesome! Look at that.
Wow, I haven't seen that
when was
video.
the last time you saw that video?
Oh my gosh, probably just right after the draft. That's pretty crazy. Look how young both Ben and I look. I mean, 7 years ago. That's pretty crazy. So.
I know, it's nuts.
Been very fortunate to be in the same place and at a great organization for this long.
Yeah, you definitely had a good impact right away as well. You had a pretty good rookie year, I'd say, right? You were a finalist for the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Yeah, unfortunately didn't win it. But we I kind of came in.
There.
I know I was gonna say big dog Gressel got it, but no, it was that was a fun year. Learned a lot from guys, and we came in and we actually won the East that year, so that was pretty cool. And no, I was very fortunate to be able to come in and contribute right away.
Awesome. Yeah, and then I mean, I guess your breakout year was really your third year, though, right? I mean, you made the All-Star team. You got your first call up to the national team. Like, take me a bit through that and kind of how that kind of set you up for your career.
Yeah, it was kind of a crazy year. 2016 when I kind of got called into the national team, and my first, I guess it was my second game in January camp. I subbed in and scored, in the 90th minute against Iceland to win in a friendly back in California, and I was kind of riding that train, and came back and had a solid season with DC, and played a bunch with the national team, and was in Copa America and all that stuff. So it was pretty cool to be a part of all that with Jurgen and them, and then to be an all-star in MLS and make a push for in the playoffs was great. So that was a great experience. And unfortunately haven't gotten back in there yet, but we'll see.
Yeah, definitely. Just keep it up. Chance is not gone yet. I'd say you got a shot still.
All right.
But yeah, let's. I mean, obviously you're still here in DC. You're almost a legend already. Kind of just missing some hardware. I feel like hopefully we can get that in the near future. That'd be nice. But yeah, let's just go back and talk a bit more about your personal life. A lot of people obviously know about your soccer career, but we've talked about it a bit earlier where you had Coco last year at the end of last season. And I think we have another little video here about the baby announcement goal.
Oh man, here we go.
Orlando, I think. That piece,
Yeah, there it is.
And here's the celebration.
Once again, Orlando City conceding early.
There it is.
DC United
That's awesome.
goes up 1-0.
It was funny because I was, we were I was early on in the season, and that was, it was kind of before we let everyone really know that, Jean was pregnant, and we told our, close friends and obviously our family and stuff like that, but no one really knew. And Wayne and I were in the room, a couple days before, and I was like, I think if I do score this season, it has to be sometime soon that I can announce this. And it just happened to happen. Yeah. And he was like, go for it. I think that'd be cool. And, it was early on in the season. It was a nationally televised game. And so, I did that, and Jean really had no clue what was going on. She didn't even know that was a thing. She doesn't really watch a ton of soccer. So she had no idea, and she didn't know that I was going to do that. So, she started getting a bunch of phone calls and texts from random, people, like her friends, like, oh my gosh, didn't even know you were pregnant. Like, what's going on? She's like, how do these people know? And then, I called her after the game, and no, she was happy. I was worried she was gonna be mad at me, but she was happy.
That's great. That's awesome. That's a great way to kind of announce it, I guess, in that sense. But then, I think obviously pregnancy went well and everything. And then at the end of the season, you had a decision to make, right? There was something about playoffs and baby.
Yeah. It was crazy because, Jean she was due on the day of our playoff game up in Toronto. And, going in before that game, we had that last game against, I think it was Orlando actually. And, we ended up, unfortunately tying that game. But if we would have won, we would have been home. So it would have been different. All this was going through my head during that time. And since we were going up to Toronto, we decided to induce, a couple of days before, so that, I could be there for the game. So thankfully, Jean was so, supportive of me in that sense, and willing to, I guess, do the whole pregnancy early, and everything went great. And then I was exhausted the day after, and just flew up and met the guys up in Toronto. And that was it was a great experience to be able. I wanted to make sure I was going to be there for my first child for sure during that. And it was just I was lucky to have that done, and then be able to go up there for the playoff game. So it was thankfully the coaching staff allowed me to do that too.
Yeah, definitely. That's awesome. I would not want to miss my first child's birth.
No, it was probably the best experience of my life.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things that are bigger than soccer, and definitely I think that is one of them. Where if that's in my future as well, then I'll have to make that tough decision as well. But I think I could miss a game so much.
Yeah, it's that's
Casey,
definitely
my
more.
wife wouldn't let me either. That would be.
Yeah, that's something you can hold over your head for the rest of your life.
Yeah, we'll see when we get there. So I also know that you're a big golfer. Just like me, we've actually played around together. Only got one in before this quarantine stuff happened. So,
Yeah.
yeah, tell me a bit about kind of what you like about the game, and if you're more of a competitive guy on the course, where you like shooting low, or you're really getting into it, or you're more
Well,
relaxed.
I mean, we've gone out there once, and I think you're much more a superior golfer than I am, to say the least. You can really swing the stick, but no, I got into it kind of. Really got into it my rookie year. There's a bunch of golfers on the team at the time, and just kind of took to it. It was a great. I love sports, and I didn't really. I played a little bit of golf growing up, but not a ton. And then just kind of took to it. Kind of went out there once a week with maybe 5 or 6 guys, and I just really enjoyed it. They taught me a lot, and I'm not the most competitive guy, but when we'll play matches, it does get competitive. But I really just go out there to be. I love being in the outdoors, and just being around the guys and being able to play a sport that's not taxing on your body too much. So I think it's probably the best sport to play while you're a professional in another sport, I guess. You can get around with all the other guys, like guys like Steph Curry, Aaron Rodgers, all those guys play golf on the side. It's something that you can play. So no, I love it, and I'm excited to get back out with you.
Yeah, we gotta get it done soon. I think the golf courses are actually still open, so as long as we walk, we might be fine.
Yeah, we'll stay 6 feet apart.
Yeah. To make it a bit more competitive, I guess we just gotta throw some money in there.
Yeah.
Bets and stuff to have a little bit of
strokes here and there, though.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, I love it as well. I think you go to a golf course in 4 hours, and you don't think about anything else if you don't pick up your phone.
Yeah.
I think it's such a great way to relax your mind and just kind of get away from everything a bit, which sometimes you need, And
yeah.
I also know that you and Wayne Rooney, you guys played a lot of golf together, right? And he even took you on a special trip. I think we got a picture for that as well here.
Oh man.
Yeah, look at that at the Masters.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That's great.
Yeah. Wayne loves golf as well. He played a ton of golf back in England, and then when he came over, there wasn't too many guys who, on our team at the time played golf, and we lived fairly close to each other, so it was easy enough for us to kind of link up and go play some golf. And it was just fun for us to get out there, and we were roommates on the road, so we would have golf on all the time in the room and kind of chat about it. But no, we were going to the Masters was in the making for quite some time. He had told us in preseason, he was like, look, I'm friends with Rory McIlroy. I think he can. I was like, what? Okay, I guess that's a good connection. And he looked at our schedule, and he's like, I think we can get there Sunday after our game in Denver. We'll hop on a quick flight and pop over there for the final round. And I mean, it was pretty crazy because it was the one where Tiger won, and it was amazing to be there, and I'll never forget that. And just so thankful and grateful that I was able to be there and see that happen.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's an amazing story. That story you can tell forever, literally until you die. People will.
Unbelievable. And you've been there before, though, right? You've been to Augusta?
I went to a practice round. Yeah, I went to a practice round. It was pretty cool. We had training in the morning, so I had to drive. It was a 2.5 hour drive from Atlanta. So we trained in the morning. I ran off the practice field into the shower, into the car. I was still sweating in the car on the way over there, just to get some time in. But it was awesome, and I definitely want to go back. I definitely want to see some tournament action as well at some point.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty awesome. Let's move on here. Let's have a little. We have a new segment, or a segment that's called Wrestle with Gressel.
Okay.
It's a little discussion segment. So obviously we've had the big news break from U.S. Soccer that they're not continuing the development academy on their end. So they're looking to make some changes to that. What do you kind of think about that? Have you thought about it at all, or is there something like you just kind of want to wait out and see what's going to happen in the future?
Yeah, I haven't thought too much about it. Obviously, it's a big blow, but it's a chance for MLS teams to really step up. I know it is tough because there's so many kids that are playing, and not every MLS team can have, or their academies can have so many kids in there. There's only an allotment of kids that can be in there. So it is tough. You're maybe losing talent on that end of the spectrum. So it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out, and having all these kids with different teams be kind of introduced to the academy system is going to be interesting. So it's a tough one. It's not like other countries where they have you're from Germany, where they have these academies and kids are just thrown in there, and they kind of weed them out, I guess, as you grow up. But it's such a big country, and it's there's a wealth of talent around, so it's going to be hard to figure out.
Yeah, I mean, I agree, but I still think it's good for the MLS teams, I think, to get better competition, just to play different MLS academies. I think that's their goal, right? That's how they want to do it. But at the same time, I think MLS clubs also need to rely on those lower academies that aren't those players that aren't in the MLS academies, to kind of keep developing them, because you might get a kid, right, like in Germany, that is maybe 10 years old or 12 years old, and then all of a sudden they just don't develop the way they want and the way the team wants them to, and then you have to rely and kind of go out and look for better talent elsewhere. So
yeah,
there's still, I think it definitely puts a bit of a wrinkle to the academies that aren't so affiliated with MLS, and even in the markets where there's no MLS team yet, to kind of have that run, it's just going to be difficult. But maybe USL can kind of step in, and the second divisions can kind of fill the gap a bit between MLS and all those lower ones. Like, I spoke yesterday to a president of a club in Rhode Island that I was connected with when I was in college. And he was like, yeah, we don't really know what's going to happen here. We're trying to work through it at the moment. And they all got caught off guard a bit. So we're going to just have to wait and see how it works. But there's definitely some opportunity here, I think, to kind of have it move in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so.
All right, let's move on. We're almost done. We got a little rapid rundown segment to finish. These questions should be pretty easy, so you should be able to answer them pretty quick. First one, I think I can answer myself. It's RFK versus Audi Field?
Audi,
yeah. I mean, for me as well. I played in RFK too. I even scored there against you guys.
No, I don't remember that. I don't remember that one.
I'm sure you don't. But yeah, Audi Field is great. I'm excited to kind of get back there and get back playing.
I can get out there.
So then next one is, we got MLS All-Star selection versus the national team call-ups. I think I can guess that one too.
Yeah, I mean, a national team call-up would be a dream. It's the best feeling to wear that jersey and everything. So no, I'm still always working to try and get back there, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, nice.
What about you?
Well, I haven't had either, so we'll kind of see. I guess whichever one will be first will be my favorite, and then the second one, who knows with the national team? Obviously, that's up in the air a bit for me, but because I don't think it'll happen with Germany. That would be a bit of a stretch, but the U.S. is still in play for that in a few years. We'll see, and we'll see when we get there. All right, next one is red shorts versus black shorts.
I like the red shorts.
Yeah, the classic look.
Yeah, I love the red shorts. I thought it was we look pretty sharp in them. I thought they do. I mean, in our last game, we looked real sharp.
I think we're the best looking team out there when we wear that kit.
The jerseys are absolutely fire this year. I was a little bit blown away by them, so I'm excited to get back in them, and I like the feeling of the red shorts. It makes me feel a little bit lighter, a little more technical. Black shorts.
The new jersey in general looks pretty good. I think the black one, where some of the other kits for MLS with the stripes on the shoulder and stuff, like for other teams, doesn't work. Like the Miami one? That was okay.
No, chapel play.
DC, yeah, I like ours. Then in terms of golf, match play or stroke play?
Ooh, I like match play.
Yeah.
Big match play guy. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Because, I can have a blow up hole here and there, I could shank it into the woods maybe twice in one hole. So, that gives me a little bit of leeway.
Yeah, you can also talk a bit more trash. I think that'll be get in the opponent's head a bit
Exactly.
more. So we'll
You're
get out there.
definitely
We'll have
a
a
match play guy.
Huh? What do you say?
You're definitely a match play guy.
Oh yeah, I like that a lot. You go right at the pin, you stick one close, and you're like, all right, here we go. And then last one is Capitals versus Nationals. You've been here obviously a while now. I don't know if you're a DC guy over a Cali guy yet, but what do you like, hockey or baseball?
Yeah, I'm a baseball guy. I'm a big Nats fan. The Caps, I love going to Caps games though. They're so exciting and energetic. I don't know if you've been to a Caps game yet, but they're a blast. But I love baseball, and I love going to baseball games. Day games, are awesome, and now I'm excited to just have sports back in the mix anytime soon. So. Yeah, I'm excited to get back out there and watch a baseball game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for me, we didn't have a hockey team in Atlanta, so we had a really good hockey team in college. They won the national championship one year, so that was a lot of fun. So I definitely would have loved to go to some games, but I went to some Braves games, some baseball games. But yeah, I'm on the same boat, man. I'm excited to get back to watching sports, even if it's a random basketball game on a Wednesday night, whatever. But I just need it back. It's just kind of kept me sane a bit. We wake up Saturdays in the morning, you put on the TV, there's going to be Premier League on, Bundesliga on, all that stuff.
I know. I can't wait. I know. I can't wait to just get back with the guys in the locker room and just get back to training and normal life. This is, I'm sure it's hard on everyone. So
I know. I told my wife the other day, the one big thing I'm like missing about just like it's like also like yelling at people, like just letting out frustration and just like having that, like just way of expressing yourself in instant moment. When we play, I don't know if it's 3v3, 4v4, those type of games, like you just miss that stuff so much.
I know, it's crazy.
But all right, well, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. That's it for the first episode. Thanks so much for being the first guest, and yeah, maybe we'll have you on back in when this thing is running for 2-3 years down the road. But
I love it. Thanks for having me on the Gressel special. I appreciate it, man. This was awesome.
All right, I hope to see you soon, and let's get out there to the golf course with social distancing, obviously. But
of course,
let's do everything we can to kind of keep this quarantine stuff going the way it's supposed to, and then always hopefully we can move past it and get back to our normal lives. But thanks again, and see you soon, buddy.
Yeah, sounds good, man.